You're tuned to ReginaldESQ. I'm Underhook, and this is my review of the Russian Tier 10 heavy tank, the IS7. A very good tank indeed. I love the armor design on these Russian heavies from the IS3 up. Very clever design. A way of using thinner armor and reducing the weight whilst keeping the protection levels very high. Let's get into some of the details of this tank. It has 2,150 hit points, weighs around 70 tons, has an engine power of 1,050 horsepower. It says here top speed limit of 59.6 k's. You will only reach that downhill. The tank is heavy at 70 tons and acceleration is not great, and maneuverability of this tank is not great. On the flat you're really looking more like about 40 kilometers an hour, and yeah, downhills you'll go fast, uphills quite slow. Yeah, it's better than a Churchill, but it's not fast. Traverse speed of 28 is okay. Like I said, it's not that maneuverable. The armor, we have 150 at the front, 150 at the sides, and 100 at the rear. And the turret is 240 at the front, 185 at the sides, and 94 at the rear. Now, before you get too excited about the hull being so good at the front, you will rarely have a chance to go hull down in this tank because the gun depression is quite poor. The gun depression is -6 degrees, excuse me, which is quite poor. The elevation is not bad at 18 degrees, but you won't be able to hill fight in this tank. So utilizing the turret armor at the front is difficult to do. Now, the armor though is a very, very clever design. I love these pike nose. It's very clever indeed. So basically the idea, if you haven't used one of these tanks before, the Russian heavies, is you face the enemy front on. You do not angle as you do in most other tanks with flat sloped armor. You keep it front on because the armor is already angled to the enemy when you're front on and is already sloped. So that is your best way to face the armor. That's, you're presenting your best armor there. A lot of people aim for the lower plate here because even though it's the same thickness as the upper plates at 150 millimeters, when it's front on like this, it is not angled. It is sloped, but it is not angled. So it becomes the easiest place to penetrate, or one of the easiest places. If you present your tank an angled like this, you have now made this plate flat. It's still sloped, but there's no angle on it anymore. However, your lower plate is now sloped. So if you see someone aiming at your lower plate, quickly do that just before they fire, and you've got a better chance of bouncing it. I find at close range, though you don't have to worry, at close range the lower plate will bounce anyway because the slope is very high at close range. At medium to long range they probably can pen and will pen your lower plate, although I do have trouble penetrating the lower plate on other tanks, other IS7s. That said, one of the best places to penetrate from the front is this part right here. So at the top of the peak, right here in that port and that flatter area will penetrate quite consistently, and you can penetrate these upper plates on an angle, but don't try and penetrate the front on unless you're using gold ammo. The side of the tank has excellent armor as well. It is sloped and it is spaced as well. Fantastic armor. Even like this from this angle, you can shoot bang straight in the side of an i7 and still bounce. And I have one of my videos you'll see for this, the gameplay here. I do exactly that. I hit an i7 twice, I think, just there, and it just bounces straight off. The rear of the tank is also sloped, and the side pits here are sloped and angled. Beautiful design, beautiful design. Obviously you don't want to get shot in the back of the turret, but even the back of the turret's sloped, but you know, hopefully you won't be presenting the back of your turret to anyone. Very, very good design. Beautiful looking gun. As you can see, the gun is humongous. As far as camouflage goes, this tank does possess the best camouflage of any tier 10 heavy tank. Having said that, heavy tanks at tier 10 get shithouse camouflage, so even though it's better than the others, it's still not great. You don't want to get shot from the above onto your top of your turret. That will penetrate pretty well, as will the deck here. So artillery will still do some serious damage to you. Moving right along, we have a gun. Well, I'll get to the gun last. The view range is 400 meters, which is very good, but is standard on tier 10 tanks, heavy tanks. And the signal range of 720 is very good and pretty much standard on tier 10 heavy tanks. The gun, okay. you don't obviously have to grind anything with a tier 10 tank. You get everything already fitted. There's no upgrading to do. With the KV-1S and the whole IS series, you will be used to having guns that do pack a beautiful punch, a hard punch, but are very inaccurate. So you have to get in close to shoot. Don't try sniping with this tank or any of the IS series. You will be disappointed. You need to get up close or you will miss. You also need to make sure your tank is completely stationary before you fire, or really good chance you'll miss. I have had my gun touching enemy tanks, but the gun was still wobbling a bit after I stopped, fired and missed. The shell would have had to have gone at right angles to miss, but somehow it does. So you need to be stationary. I fit the vertical stabilizer to help reduce that, so that if the tank's still rocking a little bit, hopefully it won't go as far. I also have a gun rammer and vents fitted. 4.38 rate of fire is quite slow. That's 13.5 seconds per round, which is why I have a gun rammer. 250 penetration is pretty good. With premium ammo, you can get that up to 303, which is very good. 490 damage is fantastic. Great damage for a heavy tank. 0.4 accuracy is poor, and like I said, you got to get close. 3.4 aiming time is pretty poor as well. So I would like to have the aimer, what do you call it, gun laying or something, to improve the aiming time as well. But I went for the vertical stabilizer instead, because you just need to be close up anyway, so the aiming time's not as crucial. I think I've covered most aspects of this tank for you, so let's get into some gameplay. The first game I have for you is a really good example of how tough this tank is as a side scraper, and this tank is also very tough nose to nose. At range, it's not very good because you'll bounce shots and your enemy will not. Alright, the map is Pearl River. I'm in my IS7. I decided to head and cover the bridge. Now, I noticed that only myself and one other tank have gone to defend the bridge, so I'll slow this down a little bit now. I'll keep it going at speed, actually. I tell this FV251B to come back. I say, here's my message there, and I'll slow it down again. I say, stay this side of the bridge. Someone else is affirmative, so it must be a 234. Someone else has come to help now. But because we didn't have enough tanks, I said stay to the side of the bridge. There's only two of us. We'll try and defend it from here. So I'm taking up a side scraping position here. You see me doing that now. And yeah, the T-82A is there saying in the notes don't cross as well. So I'm trying to get the FV251B to come back. You can see they've got an FV251B coming in as well. Now, this is going to be I have to say this, a beautiful demonstration of side scraping coming up. I want you, the viewer, to guess how much damage, potential damage, I take here. Now, wait till you see the tanks, of course. So I'm hoping this guy will come back. I'm worried because he's an FV251B. I haven't driven one yet. I've got the Conqueror, and I'm still working towards my FV251B, but the Conqueror has terrible armor, and I know that FV251B has the same chassis, the same hull, I think, although the armor might be thicker, but I don't think he's going to survive out there on his own, so I'm hoping he's going to come back. I've asked him to fall back, as you can see in the notes. I mean, obviously, yes, doesn't have to do what I say, but I think if he realises we're all over this side, hopefully he'll fall back. I'm going to speed this up a little bit now to 2 times, because he's taking a while. He's fired a shot there, so he's in a bit of a brawl already, and he's now retreating. So I slow this back down to 1 times, will I? I'll wait till I see somebody appear. Sorry, this is taking a bit long than I remember. Okay, slow down to 1 times. There you go. We hit the FV251B. He's fired at us and bounced. Now remember, the side armor on this tank is 150 mils of sloped, spaced armor. I really love the technology the Russians put into their armor. Now there's an IS7. We hit him. See, he had his armor not sloped. He needs to be front on to us to bounce our shots. But he was side on, so we put it through. Now, I make a mistake here. I aim for the frontal plate, but as you can see, it's very well angled to me. so I bounce. But the VK bounces a shot off me as well. So that's at least 2 shots we've bounced so far. I'm just waiting for reload. So the idea is to protect the front of my tank during reload. Someone's hit us there, but he has just tracked us. No damage to the tank, other than the tracks. So I protect the front of my tank when I'm not firing. When I'm reloaded, I pull out. I aim for his lower plate, but missed. Terrible accuracy. And then when I've fired my shot, I pull back. VK bounced the shot. So, thus, I'm only, at the moment, only presenting my side. And as you can see, I've even angled my side a little bit once I get in there. A little bit, so they've got a terrible angle. Aim for the lower plate. I think we just tracked him. Now, he's fired at us to the E100 and bounced. Thank God, because E100s do a lot of damage. We've just bounced another shot from the VK there. So the angle combined with the fantastic armor, they just can't get through. So I back up again, ready for another shot. Now this time it's an IS7 and I shoot in exactly the wrong side of his armor. So that side had maximum angling towards me and I shot it. I shouldn't have fired that shot. I've just bounced another shot. Now they're trying to move forward. I need to stop them. I aim at the wrong place. I should be aiming at the center at the top. I bounced another shot. I think this was before I realised where the best place to hit an IS7 from the front was. So that was a terrible shot by me, but we've bounced another shot. That's not the right spot either. I go for the other tank. So I've just bounced another shot. And there we go, we've hit the VK. Now the IS7 there, enemy IS7 is now ducked down under the bridge. He's going for our FV. I'd like to help, but I can't. The best thing I can do is try and hold the other tanks off. I've now been hit by the VK and penetrated. We finally get into the lower plate of the E100 there. So I've taken my first actual damage. All I can do is try and keep these other tanks away. I've been hit again, but this only tracked that time by the VK. I'll get a shot into him, about time, 536, which is a great shot. I was tracked, now I'm able to move back, protect myself again. I increase my angling to him a little bit. Back I go, loaded, ready for another shot. Bang, another one with his low plate, he bounces the shot off me. So, have you guessed how much damage, potential damage we've taken yet? Okay, our VF is dead. The other tank there is dead as well. That I7 has been killing them. I have to go back a fair way to get a shot this time. That looked like artillery that missed me there. I don't know if it was artillery or the IS7 taking a shot at me. Take my time, make sure I get in. I know he's going to hit me. So he's hit me and penetrated. He's also set me on fire. So I've taken some heavy hits now. The IS7 just bounced off the side of me. I'll line up on the VK. The IS7 bounced another shot off me. I go to shoot, but end of the game. We capped. Okay, so as you saw there, we were saved by the bell. Obviously, I wasn't going to live much longer because they finally got over the bridge, and we capped. So I like to think that myself and the other couple of guys that were holding the bridge were able to hold it long enough so that our team could cap, and the fact that we were holding up some heavy duty tanks, because they were heavy duty tanks, meant that you know, our rest of our team wasn't having to face those tanks, and we were able to basically block them and nullify their effectiveness for long enough for our team to win, and which actually ended up saving my butt because I was about to get killed, I think. So yeah, happy we got steel wall obviously, and sniper as well. So, have you guessed how much damage, potential damage we took? Let's have a look and see if you were right. Oh, it doesn't have it on here. Next screen. Alright, so we actually ended up with the most experience for that game. And we did 3,300 damage, which was actually the most damage for that game as well. In fact, it was the most damage of anyone in the whole game. So that's something to be proud of as well. And here we go. Let's go straight to the potential damage received. 10,030 potential damage. Wow, that's a lot of damage. 10,030. So we fired 12 shots, all 12 hit because we're at close range. Penetration's 8. Damage was 3,315, which was pretty good for the length of the game. Hits received 18. 18 shots from tier 9 and 10 heavies. Penetrations 5. Splash damage 1. So I think that one of those shots was artillery. And non-penetrations 13. We bounced 13 shots. That is awesome. We also got some assistance damage, 1400. 63,000 credits for the game, which is awesome. And 15,000 reward for promotion that was going at the time. So with paying for our ammo and everything, it came to 35,000. So yeah, all in all, a good game. Not bad experience, and it was doubled for the first game of the day. So on to the next game. Okay, the map is Sacred Valley. I'm in my IS7. Obviously it's a tier 10 game because I'm in a tier 10 tank. About half, a bit less than half the tanks are tier 10, the rest are tier 9s, tier 8s. There's a few of us heavies heading up the hill here. I want to go into a brawling position because I've got a brawling tank. And we've encountered the enemy. I'll just pull back while I reload. Now there's no artillery in this game, which is the kind of game I like. There's now 4 of us up here. 4 heavies. That was a terrible shot. He moved before I fired. Being spotted. As you can see, I've got 6th sense on this tank. Just bounced a shot from an IS7 there. Another terrible shot into the side. It was an impossible angle to penetrate. It would have just bounced, and it was a terrible, silly shot to take. So as you see, there's quite a few enemy heavies there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another one further back. There's 5 enemy heavies, and I think a medium which we've now got rid of. Finally get a penetrating shot on the side of that T-57's turret. As you can see, the gun depression is not very good on this tank, so like there for example, I can't get my turret, my gun down any lower. So it's very difficult to get a shot without completely exposing yourself. Penetrate with that one. Nice damage, 513. And the T-57's down. Now remember what I said in my start of my review about the IS7 having fantastic side armor. And you saw me bouncing shots in the game before with the side scraping, but watch what happens when I try and put a shot straight into the side of the enemy IS7. It's coming up soon, I think. Here we go. Oh. That one I just missed. That was the IS4. That was a bad shot. Whoops, I bashed into the and my teammate. There was bad play. I moved back because I see he's trying to reverse. I don't want to block his retreat. I clipped him. No, I hope I didn't knock his aim off. There, watch this. Bounced. And I cop a hit from another IS7. There's 2 of them there. So that's pretty, you know, I was side on shot on him and bounced. You'll find you bounce off quite a few of the IS7s. The side is very good. So we'll try it again. I couldn't believe it didn't go through. Let's try it again. Couldn't penetrate yet again. So let's try a different spot. That one went in. So I aimed for the line where the turret meets the body. So I'm trying to get into that space there. And his armor wasn't angled very well to me at the time. Ooh, nice one, 554. And he's down. And our FV 215B is also down. I'm trying to get into this. I didn't see that dead tank there. It was concealed by the bush, and I went straight into it. So I missed my chance to nail this IS7, which is retreating at the moment. So I line up on him, and my shot actually bounced, but someone else got the kill. The IS7 gets hit from somewhere, I'm not sure where. So I take shelter behind this building. I've been spotted though, I don't know how. Whoa! I get hit from behind by an AMX. He's up there on the hill, he somehow got behind us. So I just decide to run here. I'm just running so I can keep some speed up. As you can see, downhill the tank is pretty fast. We're up to 50 there, have to take it easy down the hill here. And I'm just running so that hopefully I just get under cover and he can't shoot me anymore. Okay, I see this tank, he disappears out of my view.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Oh yes, baby. Blind fire and it gets him. That's always satisfying. Speed this up a little bit now to 2 times, because I think I hang around here a little bit. So I've done about 2,000 damage that we know of. There's actually a bit more damage because we just got that kill then. I decided to move in now. 9-5, we're winning fairly well, so it's time to put some more pressure on them. I've been spotted. So the E100, a dangerous tank. He's nearly dead though. His lower plate's exposed. And he's gone. Just gonna speed this up to 2 times again. There's a couple of tanks there. Can't get a shot on him. I am worried about the Centurion though, because it's quite a mobile tank. But yeah, so I can't decide whether to stay down because I don't get shot in the back by the Centurion. But we've got a Jagdpanzer going after it, so I figure he'll take care of it. He's on full health. He's going after him as well, so I'll just go up the hill. And I'll go back to normal speed now. So it's back to 1 times. So I've got the T-57 Heavy on full health on my left, and I've got a T-30 on my right there coming through. Couldn't quite get a good shot there. I've now been spotted. Just don't want to get caught in between the two of them. Get a good shot in T-30 and he shoots back but bounces off us. Pull back again while I'm reloading. The T-30 gets taken out by somebody else. So I come up to T-57, he gets a good hit on me. I get a good hit on him. He gets another hit on me somehow. Now he's firing again. So I've just realised, oh dear, he's an auto-loader. So luckily most of his shots bounced. Hit him again and ram him. I go back for another ram because I can see he's nearly dead, but I don't seem to do any damage on my second little ram. And someone else takes him out. End of the game, I think. Yep. Alright, so that was my Class 1 Mastery Badge. Also got a Sniper Award, as you can see there. 87,000 credits is enormous. And a fair bit of experience there as well. You can see that we did a lot of hitting of tanks and spotting, and very good game. Next screen, we did 4,040 damage. We finished on top for experience. Not top for damage though. The Jagdpanzer E100 there did over 5,500 damage. I think looks like we might have finished second on damage there, which is pretty good. Let's go look at the next screen, and we fired 16 shots, 15 of which were direct hits, which is sensational. Penetrations 11, damage 4,040 as we said. Hits received 10. Only 4 of those 10 were received penetrated. So great, great bouncing armor there. It is excellent armor on the IS7. The closer you get to them, the better. Potential damage received 3.8. Enemy spotted 1, damage 7, destroyed 2. And spotting damage 1700, which is quite nice. So 72,000 credits plus 15,000 credits for the mission at the moment, with our expenses taken off 51,000, which is awesome. And we did over 1,000 experience without premium, with premium camped 1698 times 2 for the first game of the day. Let's watch another game. Okay, here I am in my IS7. The map is Cliff, and I'm going to back up my other heavies here, and I'm trying to take a position a little bit different to what they're taking. I don't want to be in the same place. I bounce off the T-34, he bounces off me. He's using premium ammo, and AMX bounces, and E75 bounces. What I'm tempting to do, I bounce again, trying to keep my hull down, because my turret is very, very good frontal armor and well sloped. That's a nice hit on E75. I am concerned about the artillery, that if I get spotted the artillery will hit me. That's my major concern, but I really want to try and see this game if I can keep my hull down and yeah, use my strong turret to take hits and well, do some damage, which we're doing alright so far. Unfortunately, being blocked from firing by my own tanks. It looks like we got the E75 anyway, so that's good. So on this map, Cliff, if you go into the edges near the cliff, there are quite a few little depressions you can get down into if you've got a good tank. Like if you've got a T-29, it'd be awesome to get into these little depressions. Another good hit there. The only problem is you've got to watch where you're going. We'll get penetrated there. You've got to watch where you're going or you'll drive off the cliff. So you have to be careful. He's gone. Looks like we're doing okay. It's 3-4 the scores. They're slightly ahead. I've been spotted, probably by that Jagdpanzer. And due to the gun depression, I can't get my gun at him, so I have to move to be able to point towards him. That is a bit of a problem. This doesn't have great gun depression, so using these depressions to get the most out of the hull, to get the most out of the turret is good, but it's difficult with the poor gun depression. Oh, tanks come up behind us. Clever move from the T-69. And he didn't know I was there, which gave me the opportunity to take him out. So we're doing okay. We've done 1700 damage and we've got a kill. So Lervo, which is about to get hit. Yep, 543, another good bit of damage. Unfortunately, we're losing tanks. In fact, pretty much our whole assault's gone except for the other IS7. I don't want to go where that IS7 is because I saw that Jagdpanzer over there and I reckon he's got a clear line of sight. So I'm trying to stay out of his way. So I'm pretty happy about that penetrating the IS7 because it was hard to tell where I was hitting him because all I could see was the outline. So I'm pretty happy that went in. Oh, I'd love to hit that Jagdpanzer. Oh, he's side onto me. My gun depression's letting me down. Oh no, he's behind the building, that's why. I might just speed it up here to 2 times while I'm sitting here. I'm waiting it out a while. I know it's with tier 10 games, sometimes you just have to be patient and wait. You push too hard and all of a sudden you expose yourself to half a dozen tanks. and you're dead duck, so sometimes you've got to wait. Okay, here we go. AMX appeared, and bang, we get the shot in. We also just bounced a premium round from the Lurve, so don't know where he is, but I'd say that's probably bounced off my turret, since that's probably the only part he can shoot at. There's the Jag Tiger. It's a Jag Tiger. There's a Jag Tiger. Oh, see there, the gun depression. I have to move to be able to get a shot. He bounces, we get it in. Somebody else bounced as well. Reloading. Following his lower plate again. This time they both shoot and both hit me. That one bounced. So I think this time I got a... One of them might have done my tracks, the other one actually penetrated me and did damage. So I've got 949 health remaining, so I'll taking a bit of a beating. We've dealt out some damage though with 4,185. That's not too shabby. Not a lot of kills, but a lot of damage. So it looks like our other IS7's over there. He's still there, but he's on very low health. I'm just going to speed this up again to 2 times. I see the IS7 there, and I was about to move to back him up, but I see the Lurve's exposed himself. I'll take the shot. Oops, that was at 2 times. I was flew back down at 1 times. And there we see the AMX. Unfortunately, he nails our IS7 and then backs off. So I decide, well, this is it.
5 minutes.
Where, and then I realise I'm the last tank alive against 7 tanks. So there's not much point hanging around. If I just hang around, they're just going to get more and more of them are going to come over. They're all going to surround me. So I may as well just move in and get what I can before I am destroyed. There you go. A couple of hits, both penetrate. Oh, I think one got my tracks, one penetrated me. They're firing premium ammo at me, which is a bit rough since I'm on my own. But such is life. So at least we get to take the AMX out. Hopefully wait for my gun to reload so I can get another shot. I'm getting penetrated now. Can we get another shot off before we get killed? No, we can't. From behind. Okay, as you can see, unfortunately we lost that game, but we did a lot of damage and played quite well, I think. However, I probably didn't push hard enough, and so I allowed our other heavies to sort of get taken out, I guess. But I just think I would have got killed much earlier anyway. And I just wanted to try that tactic of hanging back and using the depressions, which I think worked very well. Unfortunately, we couldn't capitalise on it. Let's have a look at the next screen, and you can see in our team we came second on experience. We topped the damage though with was it 5,143, which is awesome amount of damage. I know there's probably people out there can do a lot more than that, but I'm very happy with that. The other IS7 did really well too, finishing with 3,500 and 4 kills. I'm not sure why they got more experience than me. Must be some reason why. They probably did a lot of spotting damage or something. And the other team, yeah, their IS3 did very well, 4,700 damage. Okay, let's have a look. And the final screen, we fired 16 shots, 14 direct hits, which is excellent. 12 of those penetrated, which is really, really good. 5,143 damage. Hits received 16, of which only 7 penetrated. So it's 9 hits bounced. So keeping it down and letting him hit our turret paid off. Potential damage received 5,900, which is quite a bit. We spotted one, damaged 8 tanks, which is great, and destroyed 2 of them. And 64,000 credits, which is huge, plus $15,000 bonus for that bonus that was on, and repair the vehicle, etc. Ended up being 37,000. Ammo is quite expensive on this tank. We only got 446 experience with premium camp at 669, which seems a bit low for doing 5,000 over 5,000 damage. I know we lost the game, but still, I think we got ripped off there. All right, well that's it. Have fun, folks. Well, I hope you enjoyed my review of the IS7. I think it's a great tank. I had to cull a lot of replays to put the ones on that I did. I had a lot of good replays. That's always a good sign. I've only played 75 games in this tank. That said, I don't really get top guns or anything like that in it, but I do have a lot of good high damage games and enjoyable games in it. My crew for this was all 100%, and I have 6 cents on the commander. Everyone else is about 80 or 90% in repairs. If you liked the replays, please give me a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe to ReginaldESQ. Please have fun.